welcome to Hannah's Talking Books. So I'm going to continue reading Mermaid Tales by Dadey. Oh, and as you can see, I'm outside. You might just be hearing a little bit wind in the background. Oh, you might also see my sister in the background. As I get the page, I'll start reading. Okay, we stopped at chapter 3 yesterday, so we're going to be rereading chapter 3. Funny noises. This is awesome, Echo told Kiki and Shelly in the Trident Academy lunchroom that afternoon. Kiki looked up from her lunch of polka dot batfish sushi in surprise. What do you mean? This is the worst sushi they've served all year. I'm not talking about the food, Kiki, Echo said. I mean the ocean trip. Maybe I'll finally get to see people. I'd like to see a baby whale, and I've never been to the surface before. It's exciting. Shelly swallowed her octopus legs and licked her fingers. I can't wait. I've always wanted to swim with whales. Swim with them? I could never do that, Echo squealed. My dad made me do a report on them last year in second grade. Do you know how big they are? Kiki nodded. Whales are the largest creatures that have ever lived. That's why Mrs. Carp wants us to study them. Kiki didn't tell the girls that she was scared. She was glad to hear that Echo was a little bit afraid too. We do this thing called bubble netting where they trap their food, Echo told her friend. Kiki stopped eating and stared at her. Shelly shook her head. Don't worry, whales only eat fish in curl. Echo flipped her pink mermaid tail. Excuse me, but don't we look like big fish? Kiki looked down at her big purple tail and gulped. Humpbacked whales were huge. All they had to do was swallow a mermaid was open their gigantic mouth wide. She was the smallest merkid in her class. What if a whale's mistakes us for a snack? Kiki closed her eyes for a moment and shuddered. I thought you wanted to see humans, Shelly said to Echo. Echo smiled and pushed her dark curly hair off of her forehead. Well, this could be your only chance, Shelly said. My grandfather says humans love to watch whales. Echo giggled. Really? Then I can't miss the trip. I'd do almost anything to see a real-life human. She clasped her hands together, and Kiki could tell that Echo had forgotten about her fear of whales and excitement about seeing a human. Kiki felt totally alone with her secret. What was she going to do tomorrow? She just wasn't ready to share her fears. Now that's settled. Let's make Mr. Fangtooth smile today, Shelly told her friends. Ever since school had started, a few weeks ago, the girls had tried to make the grumpy lunchroom worker cheer up. On the first day of school, they made funny faces at him. That had made him laugh, but it also got them sent to the headmaster's office. Another time, Kiki and Shelly walked on their hands. Another time, Kiki and Shelly had walked on their hands in front of Mr. Fangtooth, but that had made him frown even more. I know, Kiki suggested. We'll have to think of something besides whales. We can make weird sounds. What do you mean? Shelly asked. At home, when it was time to sleep, my 17 brothers would make silly sounds, silly noises one by one. By the time they got done, we were laughing so hard, my dad would have to yell at everyone to go to sleep. But then he made the silly sound of all, and we'd start laughing all over again. Remembering those good times made Kiki miss her family. The Trident Academy dorm was a long way from her home. Shelly giggled. Let's try it. Shelly, Echo, and Kiki glided over to the return lunch trays. Mr. Fangtooth stood behind the rock counter, wearing his usual frown. Kiki said as she put down her tray. Her lips jiggled like a motorboat. Mr. Fangtooth didn't laugh, but everyone in the lunchroom did. What was that? Shouted Rocky from a nearby table. Did you hear what Kiki did? A table full of mergirls, headed by Pearl, pointed at Kiki and laughed. Kiki rushed back to her seat and covered her face with her long hair. "I'm so embarrassed," she said. "Don't worry," Shelly told Kiki. "Rocky will find someone else to teach before long." Rocky was always making mischief. Mischief is being bad. He'll be so excited about seeing the wheels tomorrow, he won't think about you," Echo pointed out. Kiki faked a smile for her friends. Trying to cheer up Mr. Fangtooth had made her forget all about her fear of whales for a minute. Now she remembered again, and her stomach did a flip-flop. She knew she was being silly. After all, whales were known for being gentle, but they were so big, and she was so small. She couldn't help how she felt anymore then she could help how little she was. Kiki put her head down. The stomach was hurting, and it wasn't from the sushi. She had to think of a way to get out of the ocean trip, and she had to think fast. Chapter 4, Killer Whale. After school, Kiki and Shelly met under Trident Academy massive entrance dome. Okay guys, just in case you didn't notice, I'm going to keep pausing it because the wind's just getting super loud. So I'm trying to avoid that. After school, Kiki and Shelly met under Trident Academy massive entrance dome. A glowing jellyfish chandelier lit up the colorful carvings on the ceilings. "Do you want to come to my dorm room while Echo's at tail flippers practice?" Kiki asked Shelly. Echo and Shelly had been friends since they'd been a fry, but Kiki had met the girls only a few weeks before when school had started. Shelly smiled. "Sure, I'd love to see your room." Shelly and Echo lived a short swim away from Trident Academy, but many mergirls and merboys lived far from school and had to stay in the dormitory. Since Kiki's home was thousands of miles away near Asia, she lived in the dorm. "Not that exciting," Kiki admitted as they swam towards the girls' dorm. It was a short distance from the classroom, down a hallway, past a seaweed curtain marked "Mergirls Only." The boys' rooms were on the opposite side of the school. "I bet it's better than my apartment," Shelly said. "At the People Museum?" Kiki asked. "Yeah," Shelly said. "I live with my grandfather. Our place is on the second floor." Shelly had lived with her grandfather since her parents had died. The People Museum was filled with human objects and all sorts that had been found throughout the ocean. Mer people came from all over the Mer Kingdom to visit and study. "Wow, that sounds neat," Kiki said as the Mer girls floated down the hallway to their rooms. Some girls had decorated their seaweed doors with shell carvings of their families. One girl had even braided a pretty gold chain into her seaweed. Shelly shook her head. "I think human stuff is boring. Echo loves it, but humans can't even swim." "I've heard that some can," Kiki said. "I hope so," Shelly said. "Can't imagine not being able to swim." "Wouldn't it be horrible?" Kiki stopped in front of a bright blue shell curtain, pulled it back, and said, "Here's my room." One side of the room was filled with fluffy pink coral and tube sponges. Sparkling jewel anemones covered one wall. More clothes littered the floor. "That's my roommate Wanda Slug's," sighed Kiki said as she looked at the mess. "Is this yours?" Shelly asked and pointed across the room to an enormous skeleton. "Is that a shark?" "It's my bed," Kiki explained. "It might look like a shark, but it's actually a killer whale. Come on, you can sit on it." The two girls crawled inside of the ribs of the huge skeleton and sank into the nest of feathers. "Wow, this is soft," Shelly said. "My merman saved gray hair on feathers for 5 years to make this bed for me," Kiki said. You should come over to my apartment for dinner sometime, Shelly suggested. My grandfather, Siren, would enjoy meeting you. He loves learning about faraway waters. Your grandfather is the famous sea siren, right? Shelly nodded. Yes, it's kind of embarrassing. I think it would be cool to have a human expert in the family, Kiki said. I'm more interested in how you got the skeleton, Shelly said. I bet Echo would never crawl inside of it in 100 years. Sharks and killer whales give her the creeps. Wanda hates it too, she says. It gives her nightmares, Kiki told Shelly. Shelly laughed. I bet it was funny to see her face when she got a look at this. She gently patted one of the big rib bones. Are you scared of killer whales and sharks? Kiki asked. Shelly shrugged. I'd be crazy not to be. They're pretty dangerous. The skeletons can't hurt you. That's true, Kiki said. But what about whales? Are you scared of whales? They're enormous. Kiki held her breath and waited for Shelly's answer. Maybe she'd be able to tell Shelly how she really felt. Of course not. Why would I be? Shelly said. Whales are amazing. My grandfather taught me to speak the humpback dialect. I'm going to try to talk to one tomorrow. Really? Kiki said. I can speak humpback too. Languages had always come easily to Kiki. Her father was an expert linguist who had taught her more than 50 undersea languages. Awesome. Tomorrow let's talk to the humpbacks together, Shelly said as she got off the bed and floated to the front curtains. Unless you're afraid of whales. Are you? Kiki stared at Shelly. If Kiki told her the truth, Shelly might make fun of her and tell the other third graders. How would Kiki ever go to class again? No way, Kiki answered. I can't wait until tomorrow. I'll be there early. After Shelly left, Kiki stayed on her skeleton bed, safe and secure in the soft feathers. She had never felt smaller or more afraid. What will I do about the class trip? She thought. Those wheels are so gigantic. They could swallow someone my size in a gulp. I wish my parents were here to help me. Kiki put her hand under her pillow. She felt for a few seconds, then took out a small coral. She felt around for a few seconds, then took a small coral-colored shell purse. She opened it up. Inside was an orange shellfish, tiny and delicate. Kiki held it up to her cheek. Her mother had given it to her before Kiki set off to a Trident Academy as a reminder of home and a good luck charm. Kiki hoped its luck would help her tomorrow. She would need it more than ever. 5. Lucky Charm. As me, I've never read this book before, and I really want to find out what's happening. So I'll be here tomorrow reading the rest of I'll be reading chapter 5, chapter 6, and maybe just chapter 7. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's book.